going to see how to implement CI/CD pipeline for your Mule application. So I will be publishing 3 or 4 videos to achieve a complete CI/CD pipeline, and we will going to cover various tools like Git, GitHub, Jenkins, and like Postman, Newman, and Anypoint Studio and CloudHub. Okay, so for that, what we will do, we will start with one small application with one API. So we will create one API which will call this world time API to get the time zone on the basis of region and city. So you can pass the region and the city, it will give time zone for that city. So first I will create a new Mule application, new Mule project. Okay, I will give the project name as a world demo API, whatever. I will say finish. Let's wait till it create application for us. Let's wait. Okay, so what we will do, we will going to drag and drop a listener into Mule palette. It's taking some time in response because it is loading some module. So let's wait till it loads all the module. So once it finish with loading the module, I think Anypoint Studio will be a bit faster. So please bear with me. Let me drag and drop the HTTP listener. I will start configuring this HTTP listener. I will click on connector configuration. I will say add. I will say port 8089. I will give base path, time zone. I will say OK. I will give a path where I have to require 2 URI parameter / city. Okay, these are the configuration we have to do for HTTP listener. Now we will require one HTTP requester to call world time zone API. So let's start configuring the HTTP requester. So I will say click on this add button. Let me copy the host from here. I will give the host port, it's 80 only, so no need to give a port. Then copy this path and give to this base path. Say OK. Now here also we have to give the 2 URI parameter. One is region and /city. Now go to URI parameter and just assign a value to region and city. These are my two parameters. I will read attributes dot URI params because we are getting this value in URI param region, and the second value we need to define city. Here I will say attributes dot URI params dot city. So this we have done with configuration. Let me run the application. So till application gets started, we will see some other things. Okay, what we have to do. So make sure you have one GitHub account. So for creating GitHub account, you can log into github.com and sign up and just create the account. Once you create the account, you can create a repository. I will say click on this plus sign and see new repository. And I can give some name to repository, say world time zone app. So it will check if any repository with this name exists. No, public, and say create repository. So this will create a repository for you. Now second thing, what you have to do. So now you have to install a Git on your machine. For installing Git on your machine, go to google.com. Just search for Git download. So go to this Git download Git SCM. Go to this site. You can download the Git for Mac OS, Windows, Linux. Depending on your operating system, you can download the Git and just install it. Next, for Windows, it will just install, give a exe and just click on exe and just next. So it will install a Git for you. I'll also open a command prompt which we will requiring. Let me check what happened to application. Okay, the application is still running. Let me minimize it. Let me open a command prompt in administrator mode. I will say right click, run as an administrator. Okay, the application is also deployed. We will do some testing. So I already have a postman to test this. HTTP localhost 8089 time zone Asia Kolkata. I am passing Asia is my region, Kolkata is my city. So these are the two URI. This is fine, like asking to open the command prompt. So if you see, I'm waiting for. So if you see, we got the successful response from that world time zone API. Okay, so whatever application we created, that is working fine. So now what we will do. So we have already installed the Git. Let me go to my workspace where my application located. I will go to this and I will copy this path. I will go to command prompt. I will change the drive. I will cd and I will paste. I will just maximize this command prompt so you can see what. The first thing we have to initialize a directory. So Git directory, Git init. Simple command. Now what we have to do? We have to say Git add dot. Okay. Now we have to commit Git commit -m means message. So I will say initial commit. Say enter. Now also you can see Git status. So nothing to commit, everything has been committed, working pretty clean. Now what we have to do, there is a one command. When you create a Git repository, it gives some commands. So you have to add the repository in your command prompt. And now we will push this code into Git repository. So for that we can use Git push origin master. So this will push all your code from your machine to GitHub. So let me check, is anything available in GitHub now? Yes, it already uploaded the code into GitHub. What this is about, so see, I have already mentioned this is initial commit, right? Now what we will do, I will go to Jenkins. Let me type localhost. My Jenkins is running on port 8086. I will log in into Jenkins. I will sign in. Okay, now first thing what you have to do, you go to manage Jenkins. This is the first thing you have to do it. Go to manage plugin and go to install. You can search for GitHub integration, GitHub integration, or what you can do, you can download or you can install this Git plugin. Okay, so sorry, you go to available, not into install. So this is the place from where you can install your plugins in Jenkins application. So I am searching for GitHub integration. So basically you can see there are a lot of like GitHub various things, GitHub pull request, pipeline, GitHub notify step, but I cannot see a good GitHub integration because I have already installed it. If like once you install a Jenkins, you will not see the GitHub integration in install, but you will see in available. So for that what you have to do, you have to click it here and say install without install. Either you choose this option or choose this option. Okay, but for me I have already installed it. I will go to install and I will check a Git integration plugin. See, this is the GitHub plugins. You download all this GitHub plugin, GitHub integration plugin. So for me it's already there. Now what I will do, I will try to check out the code from GitHub using Jenkins. So for that I will create a job where I will say world time zone checkout. I will select freestyle project. I will say OK. Fine. Now you first thing, where you have to download the code from GitHub. So click on this advanced, say use custom workspace and give the name of the workspace where you have to download the code. So for me I will use this path. Currently this is empty and I will say directory. Second, source code management, it's a Git and you have to give a Git repository path. What is your repository path? Let me do one thing, go to back and you can find it from here. Copy this and paste it here. Now you have to configure the password, say Jenkins, and like you can put username and password. This is the GitHub username and password and give the description GitHub. Okay, for me I have already added it, so I will not going to give any username and password again. So I will just select from drop down. Okay, and for now I will say save. Now see, this is empty, right? Now I will check out the code from GitHub using Jenkins. So you can see like the code is coming into this folder. Keep refreshing. So you can see it start checking out the code and you can click on this job. So it is successful. So you can see it's blue and console output. In console output you can see check. So now other thing, like I will tell you one more thing. So right now what we have manually check out the code. Let's consider you are doing some development and like you have commit the code and move to the GitHub. In that case what should happen generally, like as soon as you move the code to the GitHub, it should automatically check out the code and build and deploy. So we will going to see this flow. So for that what we have to do, I will again go to that job which we have configured just now. Okay, and I will say configure Then I will poll the Git repository. So for that, poll SCM every 1 minute. For every 1 minute I will use cron expression star 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 star. This is the cron expression. I will say save it. Okay, so now what I will do, I will do some changes in this application. I will go to configuration XML. Instead of 8086, where is the flow, I will do some minor change to 8081 and I will do the save. Okay, so once I will do the save, what I have to do right now, it's the job is not running. You see just only one build because we haven't checked in everything. So now I will check in something. So for that I will check git status. Let me check if anything is pending. Yes, this file has been modified, so we need to check in. So I will say git add dot, I will say git commit message flow, I will say port changes. Fine. Now git status again, nothing is pending. Now we don't have to add remote now because we have already added remote for this command prompt. Now what we will do, we will push code git push origin master. Let me verify the Jenkins. Right now nothing is building for Jenkins. Okay, let me check. So now you can see the two commits. So what is the second commit? Port changes, it's there. So now Jenkins job should run within 1 minute or less. So wait till Jenkins check out the code again. Automatically it will poll the GitHub. See, it start checking out the code. So now it's automatically executed. It's executing automatically. I haven't run it manually. So now let me check what happened to this job. Console output. See, so what happened, we have set the polling SCM, polling source code management. As soon as you check in the code, this job will check out the code from GitHub to our machine. Fine. Now what I will do, I will create one more job for build. So I will say world time zone build freestyle project, and I will give the directory name where we have check out the code. I will just copy the directory. I will say okay. So why I have copied the directory, you will come to know. So you go to this advanced, check use custom workspace, give the directory name where you have checked out the code, and simply add build step, that is execute windows batch command, and say mvn clean install. Save it and run this command build now, and it's building. Let's go here, console output. Let's check what happens to this code. Okay, it has been successful. So now what I will do, I will do one thing, like go to manage Jenkins and make like go to manage plugin and go to available. So you have to install one plugin, that is build pipeline. So right now for me it's not there because I have already installed. So I will go to installed and I will show you where is my build pipeline. So this is my build pipeline plugin already installed. Okay, so you can see it here, so you can install for yourself. Now I will say click on this plus sign and say build pipeline. I will say world time zone pipeline. Fine. I will say OK, and here you select the initial job. So initial job will be start from code checkout. I will say OK. Okay, now go back and now go to code checkout time zone job. Click on this configure. As soon as you click on configure, you will see add post build step. So in this build other project, click here and give the job which has to be run after this. So it will be obviously it will be build save. Now go to that pipeline again, world zone. So you will see 2 steps. So you can run this pipeline, but you don't run it, let it trigger automatically. For that, what we have to do, we have to do some changes, and I will add some spaces here. I will say file, save all. I will go to command prompt. I will say git status. Okay, there is form.xml is modified. I will say git add dot git commit minus m or messages form changes. Okay, now what next step? Now I will push to git push origin master. So I push the code to GitHub and keep eye on this pipeline. So the code has been pushed to GitHub. Let me check. There should be 3 commit now. Yeah, it's 3 form changes. So let's wait. This pipeline will execute it within 1 minute. It will trigger shortly. Let's wait. Okay, the pipeline is automatically triggered. It has been successful. Now it will go to build. So let's wait till it build Maven. So like the both has been successful. So what we have learned in this video, so how to set up the polling, how to push the code to GitHub, how to do the commit, how to build your application. So we have learned various things. In next tutorial we will going to add more step in the same pipeline. We will going to add deploy, then we will going to add some testing pipeline. Okay, so I hope you understand like what I have done for this CI/CD pipeline, right? So thanks for watching video. Hope you like it.